Now that the PS4 and the Xbox One are out, I feel like the last generation is kind of dying. It's getting ready to go to sleep and be put in the wardrobe, never to be touched ever again. However, I do feel like while these two consoles were the main console out, some of you guys, like myself, might have been a bit too loyal to one or two franchises, not adventuring, not experiencing some really, really good games that were out at the time. They might have missed you, you might have just not been interested. But I feel like now that the PS3 and the Xbox One are classed as previous gen, this might be a good time to see what you've missed. And this inspired me to make a new series of mine. And this is what you've missed on the previous generation. And I have some really, really good titles that I myself have played that I feel like some of you guys might actually enjoy playing yourselves, and that you haven't actually played, because I fear that some of you guys might just be Call of Duty players, or maybe just shooters, or maybe into just one or two genres, and not experiencing everything available to you, when there are some really, really good games out there. The first episode, I'm covering Heavy Rain. Now this is a PlayStation 3 exclusive, however I do feel like this game is just one of the best that PlayStation has. It's a lot up there with Uncharted and The Last of Us, and it is a really, really, really good game. It's made by the same people who made Beyond Two Souls, and it has a similar style to that game. This game is basically multiple choice. There are different paths you can choose for yourself, and as it says on the back of the box, as I'll pick it up here, your smallest decisions can change everything. So if you make a move in this game, it can determine the ending like that. There's 4 characters that you control. Not at the same time, you'll flick from one person's perspective to another, to another, to another, and you'll keep going back and forth just to develop the story a little bit more, seeing each person's emotion, how every single person can affect the storyline. It's a brilliant game. Now I'll read to you what it says fully on the back. It says, "The origami killer has left a city terrorized. The police are running out of leads, and a new victim has disappeared. The tension-soaked hunt for Sean Mars will lead 4 unconnected people into a dangerous battle of wits, where each can be confronted by the same question. How far are you prepared to go for love?" Play all 4 lead roles in this gripping psychological thriller, where every action you take has consequences. Your decisions affect how the plot unfolds, who will live, who will die. How the story ends is entirely up to you. This game is amazing. It's the emotion that you get from the game, the fact that every person's tied together, every action you decide to make, how that changes the story, really makes you feel a part of it. It's not like a Call of Duty campaign where you're just playing through from level 1 to level 10 just to see what happens. You actually have a part in this story, and it's one of the few games where you can actually go back and replay the campaign and enjoy yourself the second time at least as much, if not even more. And if you want to get a platinum for this, you will have to play it several times over and over. But that's not a bad thing. You get to experience everything. You get a lot of playtime for this game if you want it. If you only want to complete it once and go, that's the end of it, you're missing out on a lot of content. Because this game has several endings. There are, I believe 6 endings in total. The amount of different scenes, everything depends on an action, which door you take, which box you open, what choices you make, whether you decide to shoot, whether you decide to not shoot, to hold someone back, to let them go. It changes the story completely. And I won't give any spoilers, and I won't, in the whole series there will be no spoilers, but this game starts off with you several years before the main story, and an event happens which causes you and your wife to separate, and then you have to take care of your child. You basically just take care of him on the weekends because you're a single parent, and the origami killer, he basically comes and takes your child, and the whole story is the father trying to find the child, a detective, a news reporter, and a police officer. And all 4 of these people are connected to the case, and you get to play all 4 of them and see how they connect to each other, and it is such a good game. In the description below I have linked the UK page where you can buy this game, and a US page where you can buy this game. Please also feel free to just have a look around on the internet, you might be able to find better prices, but these 2 websites will be the websites I will be using for all games that I cover in this series. If you haven't played this game, I highly recommend getting it. It is quite cheap, and if you're willing to put time into it, there is a lot of time to be had out of this game, not just one single playthrough and you're done. You can go over this game many times and enjoy every single playthrough. I highly recommend it. The music in this game is brilliant, the emotion that it draws out of you, the fact that you actually feel involved. I absolutely love this game. It's one of the best games I have on the PS3, and I'm not sure if it might be my favourite, but it's definitely up there, and it is why I decided to cover it first in this series. So that is basically what the series is going to be, just telling you some games that you might enjoy, that you might not have played. If you have played this game, let me know what you think about it, whether you share the same feelings as I do, whether you liked it, whether you actually enjoyed it, whether you played it several times through. Let me know, because honestly I've completed it, played it several times. I still haven't got the platinum because there's a lot of stuff that I have to do, but I am like 80% of the way there, I do believe. So thank you for watching, hope you play this game, and goodbye.